Hi everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. Another Kraftgali design team project for you. And before we get into the card, just a quick reminder of all the sales that are going on at Kraftgali this weekend. We have Cyber Monday coming up with 25% off your entire order. And then we have Monday through Wednesday, we have 15% off all orders and then free shipping over $35. So go check them out. Speaking of products that you can get, all right, I have to be full disclosure. I think this might be my favorite holiday set that I've gotten. It's so cute. So this is the Concord and 9th winter wear, and we are going to make a couple cards today with it. I pulled out some good old distress inks, and I am going to just do a very soft blend on this Bristol Smooth cardstock, just getting a very light touch on the center. If there's splotchiness, that's okay, because our image will cover that right up once we pop her on there. I used two different distress oxides, distress inks, Broken China and Evergreen Bow, and I wanted to kind of mix those a little bit just to get a soft kind of turquoisey color, and I like the way that that came out. Now, I know I sped this up quite a bit, but I was very going light-handed onto the paper, so it wasn't heavy or I wasn't using a heavy hand. Okay, so now I'm going to use my distress sprayer, and I'm just going to pull out that nozzle, get a few droplets on there, and then pick that up, and that'll give, again, a very subtle look of almost like snow. I am going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp out my images on some Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. And I am going to be using my alcohol markers today. So I'm going to put on some music for you, and I will see you when the coloring is over. Okay, so coloring is finished. Had a lot of fun playing with my Spectrum Noir again. And I am going to cut down this panel with a Lawn Fawn rectangle stitch die. And I'm going to use my Uniball white gel pen to cover up some of those boo-boos of me going outside the lines. And that's a nice little trick I like to use because sometimes alcohol markers bleed out, and so that's a nice way to clean it up. I am going to stamp out my sentiment here in the upper right hand corner with some Versamark ink, and then use some glitter, some red glitter embossing powder to tie in not only the red to the red, but add like a Christmassy or holiday feel because it is glittery. Then I'm going to take out my AdTech tape runner and I'm going to start placing down my panels. Now I like this layered look. This blue cardstock, the pattern paper behind the panel, is from Lawn Fawn's Rainbow Christmas. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I am going through that pack like it's nobody's business. And then I'm going to place this down on my card panel. I am going to pop up my little girl here with her scarf, or a lady, and I'm going to use some foam tape for that. And that's going to be the dimension that I want on the card. I contemplated adding more embellishment to this card, and then I realized I just wanted to keep it clean and simple. The only thing I added was this Wink Stella sparkle because her scarf has to sparkle. It just has to. And once I was finished with that, I said, leave it alone, Mary. Walk away. And that will do it for this card. I really enjoyed making this card. This was so much fun. She reminds me of my sister. She often wears her hair up. It's cute as a button. All right, let's move on to the second one. So the second card here, this is what it's going to look like. I have all my supplies out. I actually am showing you the card first because I actually made multiples. I was like, I can't stop. This is just too much fun. I was really pleased with the color palette. Here I have some pattern paper from my stash. This is from Love Nicole. It was a 12 by 12 paper pack, and I cut it down so that I can use it up. And I really am using a lot of pattern paper this holiday season. Very happy about that. And I am going to use some purple shimmer cardstock as well. I got that in a 12 by 12, I believe. I'll link it below what company that is. And I am just going to put some fun foam on my girl here and put her to the side. Right now I'm going to work on the sentiment, and the sentiment is going to be the long sentiment from the set. And so I decided that I wanted to add in some navy blue. Now this is unlike me to kind of go outside the matchy-matchy color scheme, because if you stay matchy-matchy, then it should be purple or it should be teal or something like that. But I thought, you know, I think I'm just going to try it. And in crafting, when you just take risks, a lot of times, probably more often than not, you end up liking it because your creative instinct is telling you to try something. And if it's no good, well, then it's no good. And you just go back to the drawing board. So just keep that in mind if you're ever a little hesitant. You should push yourself out of your comfort zone and try new things. I kept the cutting in here because I wanted to show you why I still keep this trimmer around. This is going to help me cut up things evenly, and it has a wire there so I can see exactly where I'm cutting. And what I did was I cut around all of the image instead of just making it one plain rectangle. And to do that, I needed a little bit more precision. So that's why I keep that trimmer around. Normally I would use a guillotine for most of my stuff, but that one's helpful. And here I'm going to place down my images. So again, I've popped both of these up. Now the card for me here is cute, but the magic for this card is the embellishment. I'm starting off with some Your Next Stamp glitter drops, and then I am going to add some of the stickles all over the sentiment. Now, I don't know if you watched my video where I used stickles all over a sentiment and I did not like it. This I absolutely loved because it was like it was snowy ice over the top of it. So it came out exactly how I had envisioned. And then Wink Stella for the scarf. And then lastly, I'm going to add some Nuvo drops right to her hat. And that is going to tie in the purple from the scarf to the purple in the hat and so on. And so that kind of just pulls all that together. And it adds a little something fun to her hat. And there is the close-up of that card. That'll do it for the cards today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and for crafting. You can pick up this set and these goodies over at the Kraftgali shop. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss anything from us in the future. We have a lot of holiday goodness coming your way. And we will link everything below that we used. Also, we hope that you have a wonderful weekend, spending time with family, getting some shopping in, relaxing, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.